Hello, everybody. It's Matt and Joe. What's your name again, Joe? I forgot. And
Hello, world. It's JoJo.
this is us, and we're recording a video. So let's talk about some fun and interesting things. And I'm not in the garage, and you can see my face.
You've changed it up.
It's after 12. It's not. I'm drinking beer. I probably shouldn't do that. That's water, everybody.
It
Okay.
is.
So now I'm totally lost. At a loss for what to say. Uh, uh, let's talk about
Hey,
the
everybody. This is our
three
first shot. This is our first
oh,
official
this
video.
has gotten sideways. I'll have to edit this
Bear
somehow.
with us.
Oh my god. So, three prime ministers have stepped down within the last 48 hours. What do we make of that? One is like one is currently being chased through the river in Nepal and being hit
with
with a
a
stick.
blue helmet on his head.
So how do we know it's him?
I don't know.
It's just some random dude in Nepal getting beat.
It
It's
is
like,
tidy whities.
okay, look, I have something to say. I think what is that poor Ukrainian girl escaped the Ukrainian war to come over here. She gets on a subway and a black guy stabs her to death.
Wow, way to take the vibe down.
No, I have a thought about that. We never saw this is terrible, but we never actually saw the full video of her getting stabbed. Joe's just laughing her ass off now. And I'm just wondering, is this a psyop? You
I
know,
think it is. I'm glad you said that because I honestly do feel this is a psyop.
are we getting psyoped? And so if we're getting psyoped, then we're getting psyoped to be more racist? Is this what's going on? Like,
I honestly feel
is it
like
the
we're
good
getting
guy
psyoped.
psyoping it?
I feel like we're getting psyoped because it's a soft disclosure. I'm sticking with my soft disclosure.
Okay, they have said that, haven't they? It's just who's doing it? Oh, the good guys. So
The White Hat.
the good guys are faking like race hatred, so that like what are we?
I mean, I don't know, but here's the coincidence of it all.
Okay.
So you're gonna put a girl from Ukraine
Mm.
on a bus who gets murdered. Now, how brilliant would it be to flip that script on the Democratic people out there?
Uh,
So because before, if it's just, and I'm not trying to sound racist,
Too late. Sorry, it's
but
too late for that. Breathing is racist at this point.
if it was just a random white girl, I can understand the Democrats staying silent on this one, right? But isn't this what they've all been making such a big deal? The Ukrainian war, flying their Ukrainian
Yeah.
flags, and now all of a sudden a Ukrainian woman gets killed, and where are all these Ukrainian flags at now?
Well, my problem with that is that just the other day, this nurse, a white nurse, she's white and she's a nurse, was walking her dog, and then some other black guy like apparently hacked her to death. They found her and all,
Yeah,
and I'm like, that is that part of the psyop too, or is this just like it's just certain demographics just killing other demographics, you know?
I feel like these things are actually happening, but I feel like when they're presented on mainstream media now, it's nothing but a psyop.
It's just so sad. Like, I feel like these people don't need to get hacked up walking their dogs, and like then you see all these other videos of like this certain demographic that we're talking about, and they're like, oh, we hate the other demographic,
Right.
and it's like, oh, well, that's lovely. I feel like with the advent of the cell phone now, we're starting to see people's true colors, and I don't know. I don't want to go too much further into this part of the conversation because it's like, what's to be done? It wasn't like this in the '90s and stuff. In fact, I think the '90s were kind of like the high '70s to the '90s, is sort of the high watermark. I think for America, it seems like.
Yeah.
or for everywhere for that matter. I could travel anywhere I wanted to, and I didn't never had any problems with people or anything like that. I never liked Muslims though. That's no good. It's not that I
Yeah.
don't like Arabs. I just don't like the religion of Islam and quite a few other religions, to be perfectly frank.
I don't either. What is that? That Sharia law?
Sharia
Sharia.
law, yeah,
Yeah.
that's where all the women gotta hide themselves because men can't are gonna rape them if they see their face or their ankles or something.
Right.
Ah, very strange. There's this whole other thing where, Christian women used to always wear scarves over their heads and stuff, and people wore a lot of hats back in the day, and so people are surmising, were we coming out of some sort of radioactive, like, event, in the past, and that's why people were so covered up?
Maybe.
There's other weird stuff, like, there's all these people that are, like, in the old pictures, these old black and white photos, that if I was a normal videographer, I would have all these pictures ready for you, but I'm not, so again, this is our first attempt at this. I think we got it. It says it's still recording. But anyway, so they show all these people on the beach, and not one of them has a towel. It's the no towels conspiracy. Where if you look at old photos of people on the beach, they're dressed up like they've got hats and, you know, uh, bonnets and umbrellas, and a lot of them are wearing ties and like full dresses and boots and everything, but no one has a towel. I guess no one's going in the water.
Nope.
So I don't know if that's a conspiracy or was there something going on. Have you heard about Vanilla Sky? I'm just gonna keep
Oh,
going through all of my I'm just riffing off the top of my head. Vanilla Sky, which is
so
interesting because they made a movie called Vanilla Sky, right, with Tom Cruise,
yeah, yeah.
except that it had nothing to do with the skies. Yes, you're having a cigarette. Enjoy your cigarette. Have a smoke. My phone keeps just walking away on its own. Excuse me. And,
If nothing
so
else, this video is going to be amazing for us, bestie.
well, so Vanilla Sky is this whole thing where if you look at old black and white photos of and she's laughing at me because I gotta keep this going, I can't have dead air. Um, so if you look at old photos, black and white photos, like, back in the day, supposedly, all the skies are all, like, whited out, like, they clearly have whited out stuff, and some of these photos next time I'll have them ready, but you can see stuff in the skies, and then sometimes they forget to white it out and there's airships. So leading us to
Yes.
suspect that, like, the whole world was filled with airships, and that was probably the mode of transport. Hello
And
there.
that leads us into your cloud talk.
Cloud ships. Oh, okay, hold on, this video is taking off, hang on now. Okay, so this morning, I had to charge my phone, so
See what we did there? Oh yeah.
I'm in the bathroom, and I don't have a phone, so I have to read something, so I start reading Richard Shaver again. This is my stupid life, and, it's I have the book, it's this so what happens is there's a huge city underneath, New York, it's called Ontal, and
Yeah.
it's called the Stem, and there's, like, certain places that you can only get in, and they guard all these or this, you know, this is how it used to be, according to Richard Shaver, and there's, like, people that run it down there, and, like, they run it l like, I guess, like a dictatorship, so whoever's got all the equipment that can kill you is who controls it, and so at one point in this story and my hair is terrible. In this story, a good guy finally gets control of New York, and he puts out an ad to the surface people of New York "Hey, I have a job for you," and what he was trying to do was gathered together all the great people of the city so that he could inform them that, "Hey, there's a gigantic underground down here, and there's also a slave trade going on." Right? Unfortunately, before that can happen, the ship comes from outer space. So whether or not it's coming from outer space or portal, but basically it knows like it goes down into the water because it can access the underground city from underwater because all the portals are down there, hidden underwater. Now I suspect that this is from the ancient city of Atlantis, right? Which was everywhere, and it also includes Lemuria, so it's the because the entire continent of Mu, I mean, of America is Mu, is called Mu or Lemer part of Lemuria. and this is all like Atlanta. I think these three things are sort of the same. And so anyway, they capture the good guys and they sell them into the slave trade. And I'm like, this is exactly what's been going on. So I think I forgot why I was even telling this story now. What did you why did we start this? Shit.
Cloud ships. Cloud
Cloud
ships.
chips. Okay, right. Okay, thank God you remember that. Cloud chips. So in this story, I didn't finish reading it, but I remember the story goes that they end up hijacking the ship and then the good guys take over, right? So I wonder if in the clouds are the good guys, you know, it's not just all bad guys. And maybe these good guys are us that got stolen away in the slave trade. This is a very important part of this. Pay attention. And, sorry. And that
I just had like 10 birds just like
see, they're
whip
telling
by
us.
me.
They're telling
They
us
are.
it's could these people that were in the slave trade gotten sold out in the slave trade through the underground have somehow rebelled, for lack of a better word, and now control the skies and stuff. So I wonder if some of us are up there actually.
It always takes me back to that dream. Do you remember I told you my dream when I was little? What happened to you?
I'm having a drink.
Okay.
I think that look, I think this is better. That was better. I have a big nose. I've noticed in these videos. This is what I've noticed. All right, listen. I think I will post it. I will check this and see how terrible it is, but I will post it hopefully. And if I do, I just want all our viewers to understand that we're gonna get a lot more professional than this. Probably not. We're gonna try. We're gonna try, and I will show up with a hat next time. I think. Here we go. Let's just do this.
Bestie, you look amazing.
This is much
Stop
better. I
it.
think this is
Oh, I'm
better.
dying now.
Yeah, yeah. So this is us making a video. We're doing videos. Doing
You know
videos
this
now,
video.
and we
You
can
know
also.
this is gonna.
Oh, it's gonna get huge because I can also do sharing and stuff.
You know this video is gonna go viral if you post it, right?
If you post it, it'll go viral. If I post it, YouTube will just take it down.
Oh,
Like 2 people will
oh.
see it, and then a year later, they'll just take it down for copyright infringement. They're like, "Oh, what is that? Like a house in the background? That's somebody's infringement. You're infringing."
You know, you
They
know
take my
what we're
stuff
showing
down.
people? We're showing how you start a podcast. Okay. We're just
Wow.
showing you the behind the scenes of what it takes.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything on the screen is being showed right now. So because I'm screen recording and I can't figure out how to record in what's it called? Meet. Oh, your house is so nice.
Oh, so you're screen recording, you're not meat recording.
I'm not meet recording yet. Or if I
Okay.
am, I don't know where it went to.
I have no idea because I couldn't find it on my end either. See,
I'll Google it. Because
people make
truly, because
podcasts look so easy.
well, Zoom sucked. Everybody's using Zoom, but I didn't enjoy it that much. It didn't work that great. But
Yeah.
with the new phone, maybe I could try again. I don't know. We'll see how fast Telegram like fills up my entire phone, and then I'll have to like burn it again, buy another one.
Oh,
See,
you
here's my
ain't
other.
lying.
Here's my old phone. I did everything off of, and I'm still getting text messages on it too. So I'm like, okay, um, maybe I'm not. It's off. Okay, forget it. It's dead. Completely dead.
All right, we're gonna have dead space for 1 second. Be right back.
Well, this is probably the worst video I've ever made. Okay, so while she's gone, I will talk about the Gog and Magog system. The Gog and Magog system. It seems to be a real thing. It's mentioned in the Bible, and it's on old maps. It's put in it's mentioned where Siberia is now, or where sort of China is now. And there's so much around that entire area. There's like these, and you can find this on Google Earth. There's gigantic craters Where did these craters come from? I I surmise that there's some sort of war over there. Guy Anderson brought up the point that also on old maps, they say that area also says Archangel. And then there's missing time and missing land up there between the international date line. We're not allowed to go into the North Pole. Uh, and and both in China and in Japan, it by their own admission, by their own tales, they say that there were Caucasians or white people or people that had like fair skin. You know, in other words, Caucasians. I suppose that's probably the wrong term for it, but that's the modern day word for white people. Like, there's a ton of white races. It's just, let's just use the word Caucasian. And then I just told you that story about the samurai guy coming out of the forest to kill a dog man, and he's like this 7 foot tall white guy, but he was like dressed like a samurai. And the Bible says that the Gog and Magog system will deceive all the nations, and the nations, I assume, means races. So they're going to deceive all the races to go to war with Jesus and his apostles and the saints, and the Jesus and the saints and the apostles, they live in the camp of the saints. Then you go to these maps, these old maps, right? I didn't make any of this stuff up. In fact, these cartographers had to make these maps under, it's not like a little job. And I assume it's for the kings and queens. And so, I mean, you could lose your life if you're screwing around, back in these days. So I'm sure that they took their cartography seriously by making these maps. And these maps say Terra Diesa, which is the land of Jesus. Yeah, Terra Diesa in Latin means land of Jesus. And if you go up the international date line, now we can prove this in subsequent videos because I've already done it for myself. But if you go up the international date line on Google Earth and then you zoom in, not to say that Google Earth is the end all be all, because we don't even know how they got these images. We don't even know if we even have satellites, although I seem to see them in the air. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. But if you go up and you zoom in on the international date line and you keep going north, you'll start to see land. You'll see ocean, and then you'll see land, and then you'll see the end of land, and then you'll see islands, and like, what's under there? And then all the old maps that say Tierra de Eso, there's a huge swath of land right there in that particular place. And then you can cross-reference that with even older maps that show huge swaths of land in the North Pole, and there's like it's like basically like four pieces of land. If you follow Tartaria or in this sort of rabbit hole genre, you'll know the map that I'm talking about. I wish I could show it. Next time I'll have all this prepared. But and then there's four rivers flowing out of it, and that's like what the Bible said, like of the Garden of Eden, right? The four rivers are flowing out of the. I don't know. It's just too much. And so then this other crazy thing. Oh, one more thing I wanted to add to that is in the land of the Gog and Magog, the Chinese made their own maps, and we're talking hundreds of years ago. And these maps, uh, it looks to be underground jail cells, and in the jail cells are all these different types of beings, some human, some not. And then as you go down farther, then they're also eating people. So there's like so even like hundreds of years ago on these maps, they're showing cannibalism. They're also showing cryptids, dogmen, the face chest people where they don't have a head, they just have a face on their chest. This is an incredible video we're making now. But this is all in the land of Gog and Magog. And so Madeline from Leaving Babylon, she's starting to surmise that the the Oriental lands of the East are actually the lands of the Bible. And there is some proof of that. Like you've got on the old maps, the Greeks have named all these different islands and stuff. What were the Greeks doing up there? How did that happen? And the names are all like like Saint John's Island, and like everything's like got something to do with the Bible. And then also the Gog and Magog thing. Uh, I kinda lost my train of thought there. But the Tower of Babel was on the plain of Shinar, which is very could very well be the plains of Chinar or China, which is where the word China comes from. So that's very convoluted, and I don't have all the proof and receipts to show that, but it all exists. That can all be boiled down to, and then there's this last thing. So the last thing I stumbled across this morning was this guy who's talking about the mud floods and how things have turned to stone and blah blah blah. And I'm convinced that the lands that we live on aren't lands at all. That we're living in the ruins of like not only the ancient buildings but also like giants. I mean, we're talking like a continent-sized giant. And this guy, I stumbled across this video today. I haven't even finished watching it, but he says that all around where we were just talking about, like the Bering Strait and stuff, he goes, I can find the constellations of the stars in the land masses, and it all fits. And he showed this one example of the guy holding up a sword and a shield, and he overlapped that on the Bering Strait on the piece of land on the Alaska side, and it fits. Now I'm only like a minute into that, and I'm like, okay, that's really weird. Laugh if you must. And then also, all the constellations can also be found on the moon. And then some people say that the moon is some sort of reflection of the greater Earth that we live in. So anyway, I'll leave you. I'll just end there. You talk. What now?
I
Your turn.
yeah, I
What is, what does that mean? What is all that about?
I agree. And listen, that just assures us all that this truly is biblical. You know what I mean?
I do think that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're left with a small Bible, and I think there's more to it. I think they took a lot out. We can all agree on that. You got the Ethiopian Bible that's got, I don't know, a lot more books in it, like the Book of Jubilees and stuff. There's some interesting books that I would like to read, like uh the book of the Giants. You ever heard of this? And Enoch
No.
should be in the Bible.
Enoch, yeah.
And I just started listening to Enoch. Just like it's like Genesis. I started reading the Bible again, and I
Yep.
started listening to Enoch on you know how they just have a book audio of it,
Yep.
and it's really hard to get through the first. It's not hard. It's just the most amazing information ever. Like literally the first two chapters of Genesis and the first couple chapters of Enoch it's like incredible. It's a mystery, and so I
Yeah.
highly recommend everybody to go and read
What
that stuff.
about
But
what about this one?
the Lost Gospel, the book of Christian origins. How interesting! Yeah, it's
It's
really.
called the Book of Q. The Book of Q.
Oh, it's called the Book of Q.
Do you see the red Q?
Oh, I do now. Hold it up a little higher. Right there. Now I see it. Yeah. Hmm. Now that's quite fascinating. Q,
Yeah.
Q is Q's a psyop, isn't it?
Who is Q? Who is Q?
Is Q a psyop? Of
Nope.
course it is. Everything's a psyop, but I just mean, is it? It's not. It seems to be a good one. I will say this about Q. It's a little undeniable. I mean, you've got certainly Trump's involved with it. Who knows who Trump is anymore? Everybody's in a mask. Everybody's
Yeah.
wearing latex.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. You can't. I'm. A lot of things on the internet are infuriating right now, but I just cannot figure out what's real and what's not real.
These are the only books you need in your library right now. That
Yeah, but what version of that? Oh God.
and
What's this one? What's this one say? Tim Burton, the bear. Oh, Baron Trump. Yes, I've got that. Yes, and I'm actually reading it. Some of us are actually reading this thing.
I'll take the cliff notes.
Okay, so here, you take over for half a second, because let me just go and okay, so you talk now.
Okay.
Okay. Do your
Um,
spiel. Do your Q spiel.
oh, well, okay. Well, so yeah. So for anybody that's listening right now, don't don't listen to Maddie because he's just a Debbie Downer right now.
I
But
am.
we know that Q is making moves, that drops are landing, deltas are coming true. Just don't lose the faith, guys. Don't be like Maddie.
Well, it's not that I'm being a Debbie Downer, and possibly I am. It's more like I'm gonna remain critical because that's what got me here, being
That's true.
extremely critical. So I can't in good faith tell my viewers or my friends and my family things that I don't feel is true or right, or if we're getting duped. I really don't want to get duped. Excuse me, God, I blew my nose. This is a great video.
I think that's a thing for everybody. I
I
think
Yeah,
throughout this journey, there's been a time where everybody's felt that moment of like, are we being duped? But
right.
how many coincidences till it's mathematically impossible? And if we were to put the last 5 years into one just storyline, I think we would find out that a lot more has happened than what we are remembering, seeing, being able to track. I think it just so just keep the faith, hold the line. That's what I want to tell everybody.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I know.
That's why
I
you're
know
here.
it's good. I know it's
I
good.
am. Oh God, I don't know what I am anymore. Oh my gosh, I am.
Well, you're
If I
you're a
said
realist.
if you go on my Telegram channel, you'll see, because I just dump my entire inside of my brain there. So I don't know if you, and I don't really share that channel with everybody, so it'd be pretty difficult for you to find it. As the average Joe, but you can, or you can DM me, I suppose, or message me. But but if I said everything on the inside of my brain, I would probably get arrested in most countries.
You know
Not
what though?
and
Honestly though,
nothing. And I don't want. I want. No, I just want to say this. I don't want any harm to come to anybody, but there's a lot of people walking around out there that are evading reality and evading justice, and I think I don't know. I don't think that's very good. We're not living in a very wholesome place anymore. We're not living in a high trust society anymore. That's for sure. They seem to want the opposite of that, whoever they is. And if it's all a psyop, it's unfortunate because there's people getting, murdered and injured and stuff, so
yeah. Or are they?
or
Are
are they?
they?
I know. I know, and that's another thing. The whole Israeli war thing. Now I'm gonna get banned for saying that, but I'm like, part of me is like, is that even real? Because I have videos that show where they're faking it, and if you go on my Telegram, it's pinned to the top. So if you go into my what's the name of my Telegram thing? Hanging with Maddie. So if you go and find me on Telegram, that's a little shout out, little shameless shout out to myself. But if
Yes,
it's
go to
pinned up there.
Maddie. Go to Hanging with Maddie. He posts some incredible stuff, guys.
It's probably gonna offend the crap out of you, but that's neither here nor there.
Not gonna
You've
offend
gotta be brave to go to my you gotta be brave to go to my channel. Facebook, you're fine. Facebook, you can just find me on Facebook. We can be friends. It's fine. But the point I was gonna make is that I've got videos, and that's not the only set of videos, but they're faking it with fake bodies and fake kids and like and I would hate to think that there's people out there dying in a war, and then there's some part of me that's like, oh, it's fake. But that's the only way I can get through it sometimes, because I can't look at some of this stuff. I'm like, "Oh, it's just killing me right now." Like, there's dead kids and stuff, and both sides are guilty of parading them around and stuff. I'm like, I don't know what's going on in that sandbox over there, but we need to keep that over there somehow. Like, that's
Yeah.
not that. Why is that even got anything to do with us? And again, they're going to say it's biblical, and then it's just a convoluted, like, who is God's chosen? That's basically what it is. Like, everyone's like, we're God's chosen people, so we can do this stuff. And it's like, I don't think God wants us to do a lot of this stuff that you guys think that you want him to do. Like, we got to get back to, the beautiful cities and everything.
You're so funny.
All these cities, listen, like New York, um, San Francisco. I mean, you just name them all. San Diego, even for that matter. Los
All right,
Angeles,
I'm gonna start doing what
Chicago. Huh?
I'm gonna start doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I just go in and out. Chicago,
Oh, hi!
Minnesota. That's not a city. But like the cities, I'm talking about these cities that have all these ancient, like, or what we think are ancient buildings. What I think they are, and they probably go into the underground. In fact, I know they do. And but you notice that they're all being guarded by like some of the most heinous criminals on the planet. They just
Mhm.
allow that to happen. We call it the Democrats, but I think it's something more than that. There's something behind that. There's ideology behind it, and it just keeps fueling all this stuff. I'm going to call it the Gog and Magog system. It's the system that's, like the Bible says, it's the system that's tricking the nations or the races of the earth. And it's all for this whole thing to wage war against the North Pole. So I think in the future, let's just keep our eyes on anything going on in the Arctic, or up towards that region.
Yeah.
Let's just see. Let's just see. And the Bering Strait too, like what's going on there. So, there's a lot of conflict uh, around that area right now. And all those earthquakes that just happened in the Bering Strait on the Russian side. You've got North Korea, South Korea, all kinds of constant level of like strange politics and high strangeness going on there. You've got Japan's leader stepping down, or whoever that was. I don't know who that was. I just touched on that, and um, and then China. Who even knows what's going on in China? Strange things, and so.
Well, and let's go back to the capitulation tour.
Mm.
How about that for
He did
Hobie?
go into he did in China. He did go into the Forbidden City, and
He's gone everywhere.
I don't think too many people did that. I'm not even sure he was allowed to do that. Mm.
Of course he
I
wasn't.
mean, I don't think outsiders are allowed to do that, I think.
But
That's
I guess that's why I'm trying to get your hopium out at this point, because not only did he do the capitulation tour years ago when we started this journey, but now he's meeting with those same people at the White House.
well, I can't argue with you. Are they the same people, these people? Who are these people?
Central casting. Did you know
Mm.
that central casting was actually developed in 1925?
By the CIA, I thought.
Yeah,
And the CIA, gosh, the
called
CIA,
central.
yeah. Well, the CIA wasn't even around then, so I probably shouldn't say that, but it turned into the CIA. You know about the German encampment at the top of Laurel Canyon that used to be there in the same exact time period we were talking about central casting. It was in the 20s and possibly even earlier. Were they
Oh,
Nazis?
Laurel.
I don't know, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if they were Nazis, but there's a great book, David McGowan. I could go and grab it really quick. I don't. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. But David McGowan. It's called something Laurel Canyon. You just Google it. David
Isn't
McGowan.
that where all the artists came from or started their?
Everyone,
Yes.
and so there was it didn't used to go through, there's a road that goes through there now, over where the encampment used to be. Now, the thing about the encampment was they grew all these trees there and all this food, so they were basically, um, self-sufficient, and there were all these, like, high points that were built up so that, like, sorta like, like sniper nests in a way, or lookout nests, we could call it, right? They were underground. It was completely underground, and I could prove that because after the Germans left it, or if they ever left it, I don't know. they created one of the first movie studios in this encampment in the underground during the war. They said it was because of the war so that they wouldn't get bombed or whatever. They always go underground because they're hiding shit, obviously. And they went down in there, and then that became a movie studio, and then that's where they pumped out all the propaganda for World War II. What? Like, and then, of course, it turned into Laurel Canyon. They put the road through, and then basically that's Hollywood now. And I'm sure of it. I'm sure it's connected into the Getty Museum, which is just underneath the
Oh,
405 freeway right there. And then when all the fires were going on out here that were suspiciously started, and they were coming up out of like this the street vents and the manholes and the drains and stuff. Never seen that happen ever or since, by the way. That doesn't happen. There, like the news said, oh, that was my point being. I think there was a war going on there. Something was going on there. I don't know if this is all around the same time of the Q movement and and I guess Trump. I don't know if it happened during Biden. It might have, but just some weird ass stuff. The news said that it was because there was debris and the fire was going through. I was like, no, dude, that's not how that works.
yeah.
You don't have a 6 foot flame coming out of a manhole cover because of debris down there. That's doesn't I yeah, and we heard explosions. Remember we used to hear explosions
Yep.
around LA and other cities, and then there was also trumpets in the air. Remember that?
Yep.
We gotta bring all these
Yep.
conspiracies back because we forget them. And then there was, yeah, the capitulation tour. You went to Saudi Arabia, and then there was this Vegas shooting, and that was tied up with the capitulation tour, right? Because the Saudis, and then the Saudis took all those the all of a sudden they were like housing all like them in the hotels. Remember, they took them down,
Yep.
and there was like stories of them like hanging these dudes upside down while they were questioning them and weird stuff like that. And you don't hear anything like about that anymore. But
No.
yeah, so we're basically at the point now where it's like I have no bloody clue what's going on
Yeah.
whatsoever. I think that's how they like it, and I still
Yeah.
don't know who they is. Two sides, I reckon. Two sides, no dead air.
Were you taking a shot that time?
Yeah, I'm over here doing drugs. No,
Not like a shot.
no. Well, it's no good if you tell them what I'm doing. All right, you driving me to drink.
I know. You know what we should do sometime?
Yeah, we're having a drinking party.
Yeah, we'll have a drinking party, but like we have to have like a word of the day, and anybody that says the word of the day, we have to do shots during the podcast.
Oh, that'll be a fun Thursday afternoon.
Oh my god.
I already know what the word of the day's gonna be. And they're
What?
infringing on our free speech, so we can't say the word, otherwise we'll be banned.
Oh, I know what the word
There's a lot
you're
of
thinking.
words that we're not allowed to say. There's a few words we're not allowed to say. And
Naughty, naughty.
and they're harmless words by to be perfectly honest, but because some people uh feel hurt by words, then I guess we just have to shut the whole world down. Just shut
We
them
do.
down and start stabbing people, random people. If that even
We
happened. No, okay, getting back to the subway murder, Debbie Downer.
scroll down. You got a new phone. You need make sure you download Signal.
Oh, you're right. Okay, I'll do that in a second when we get off. It's just, she was so beautiful, that Ukrainian gal.
Oh, I know.
She was, which actually lends more uh, credence to the psyop. I think, to be honest, did she actually
What?
die? I'd hate to think that she did, and we're like, talking like this, because if she really did die and that guy did it, he should stay. He should already be in the electric chair or something, whatever it is. And I don't like. I don't want people getting killed. I don't. Capital punishment is scary because when does it end? Right? Like, how do you know that guy's? But if this guy actually did it, well, then I think swift justice is the only way. But why I brought that back up is like, what are the chances she's from Ukraine? Like, that is so
How
strange.
how many coincidences till it's mathematically impossible?
It's
And that's what
strange,
Trump
isn't
does.
it?
Trump
Huh?
puts yes, he puts out his enemies into the forefront. He spotlights them, and they have their little downfall in front of the world to see. And I
Okay,
think that's what this whole Ukraine thing.
so if
He they put a Ukraine woman on that bus. They didn't put a white woman. They put a black woman. They didn't put any other race, ethnicity, origin. It was Ukrainian. And what happened? That was like the test of the Democrats. What happened? You couldn't even have it as a headline.
if it's true, it's super sad. But you also saw the fact that she has a photo out there. I don't know where they dug this photo up, but she's in her room and like they picked these guys are some of these guys are pretty good or they're part of the psyop. But like in the background you can see a small sticker that says Black Lives Matter. I mean,
Yes.
who knows? The other thing is she could just be in her room. She could be renting a room, and that sticker could have been on the door anyway. Who knows? It's too difficult to say. But it's pretty clear that one demographic really hates the other demographic.
Yeah.
And this demographic will just murder you. They'll just shoot random people in the streets. They shot a baby in the face. That one there's one where she stabbed a 3-year-old in the supermarket.
Oh
You know,
my God.
it's all born from hate, and I'm I don't I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. I just think that I think some of the old laws were there for a reason.
Yeah.
That'll probably get me in trouble right there saying that, but I do. I don't know. I don't. Is that how we're? I don't. What? And oh, here's the other thing: is if somebody's low IQ, and that's just, can you raise your IQ if you're low IQ? If I'm a retard, and I am, you're not letting me. You're not letting me have fun at all.
No, I'm just using up our dead
Oh,
airspace.
dead airspace. Yeah, it's circus and sideshow
I
here.
a commercial while you take your break.
No,
Commercial.
an honest question. If you have a low IQ, like me,
Dick.
like I'm a total
Because
retard.
soft.
Oh,
Sorry.
this is how we're gonna get
Advertise.
money. This is how we're gonna get money. We're gonna get sponsored by Chapstick. Dear Chapstick. No,
G-puff
no,
eye.
seriously, hold on, answer, stop it. If you're a retard like me and you have a low IQ, right? Just imagine me. I'm a low IQ retard. No, you're very smart. Could could you raise your level of IQ? This is a serious question. Like, say you're 70, and the IQ test is like, can you put these shapes together and stuff? I don't know what the test is. I actually want to take it. I've taken one before and I was quite high. But I'm just saying, like, if you had a low IQ, could you raise your IQ? Is that like physically possible? Or are you just, that's your level of discernment for the rest of your life in that body?
Or is it the mind control that they've put on you and you just haven't
That doesn't help.
found, yeah, awakening yet?
That certainly
'Cause
doesn't help, does it?
when I woke up to everything, I feel way more smarter than I did before. Like before I was a walking zombie.
You feel smarter?
Oh, like 100%. Now,
I feel way
like
more smarter. Doesn't seem like that was proper English, but okay.
whatever. We're not here
I'm just
for an
having a
English
go.
lesson.
I know.
We're
I
here
told
to
you I was a
speak the
retard.
truth, the
I told.
whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God. That's
All
why
right.
we're here.
Okay, so we're at 44 minutes. What do you think? Should we just stop this now? Or
I
should we
mean,
just
at this point, anything could happen, so we might as well just let it roll.
okay, alright, let's keep going, I like it. Oh,
I mean, you can always, like
let's both phase out. Do you
you
see
wanna
my
both
do you see my photo when I phase out?
I see just a s I'll send it to you what I see.
No, no, just take a look at it.
No, I am looking at it. I want you to see what it is, though.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah, hold on,
Oh,
hold
I
on.
forgot,
So this is what I'm seeing with you. Did you get it?
no, not yet. Oh my god,
I'm s
we are so bad at this. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you do see that. Well, yeah, I was just want the people at home to see what it says. I just showed 'em.
I get
Oh,
I
do
get what
you
you're putting down
do
now.
you see what it
Okay.
sa do you see what it says on
I
there?
see what it says,
Yeah, yeah.
one-way trip
One-way flights,
to Gitmo.
and apparently Ecuador. Well, let's talk more about that. In fact, I am gonna
Ah,
do a video.
well,
Oh,
hold on then.
okay.
I'm gonna phase
Look
out
at
because I
this
gotta
thing
go
in my
phase
neck.
out.
Why I'm in the worst possible angle to
Are you
showcase
kidding me?
myself.
You look awesome,
I look like
bestie.
a farmer. Hello there.
Hello, well,
I
you
do
look
the
like a Midwest.
farming.
You'd fit right in here in Illinois.
I'd like to do some farming. I don't I could barely farm. Like,
Look
listen,
like
if
a
the food source
farmer in
runs
that
out
hat.
tomorrow, I'm gonna be eating the neighbor's cat, I think. They're eating the dog. They're eating the cat.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
Dude, my friend can do a really good Trump. I wish I could do a Trump. Why can't I do
I
it?
know when I do it, I totally fail. But my Marge Simpson voice does not do well with mainly any kind of
I wish I could do Homer
recreate.
so I could play along with your Marge Simpson voice.
That would be awesome because
Sadly,
yeah,
I'm
this is annoying.
well,
Oh,
sadly, I'm
good.
untalented, and unless chat Chapstick unless Chapstick sends it to check sometime soon, I'm still gonna be very poor. Yeah,
Listen, incredibly, like, okay, so for the if you do post this, I have to say this. So
okay.
for all the froggy friends out there that I have noticed I haven't been around in a while. It's been crazy here, but
It's because we
just
black-pilled.
know, yeah, well, I don't
No,
know if it's
I'm
black
joking.
pill or just trying to get through the days before the excitement happens, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's true.
because I know they're going to be
Oh.
like, "Wow, she posted a video, but she's never on Facebook anymore." And I don't want them to think that.
Well, okay,
I
so I'm happy with this video, I think. I'm gonna go listen to it, I'm happy with it, and if you're happy with it, I'm gonna post it on YouTube, and I'll post the links on my accounts, and, I'm really that's about all I'll do. I mean, what else can I do? I'm not gonna I don't like artificially boosting stuff. I'm like, take it or leave it. I don't really care. But I will say this, our video is gonna get much better after this because now we've got technology finally figuring it out. No, we
we
haven't.
have figured out
We have not figured
technology.
it out. We are terrible at it. But we
Well,
can start sharing stuff now.
we can.
Like, I can share
And
some really crazy stuff with you guys. If you're ready for it. Who's ready for it? Comment in the comments below.
yeah, whoever wants me to wear this, comment below.
Oh, aye, Captain.
I said comment below.
For those who haven't seen
No.
JoJo in a while, she's joined the Navy. She now is she's a pilot. She works for Boeing. She got hired under DEI. They're like, "Oh, she's Indian?" Oh, not that Indian. Oh, we got the wrong Indian. That's how she got fired. They hired the wrong
Oh
Indian.
my god. This podcast is going
It's wild.
all
It's
different
it's
directions.
so
But
wild. It's okay, but this is our first podcast, so let's just go till the hour mark. Why not? It's only 10 more
why
minutes.
not? Why not?
I'd
Okay,
like to
here we
do a live of this. How do we live this?
I don't
Sure.
know, but
Dude,
I
I'm
gotta
pretty
do this. For the one person watching us right now. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
Oh, that's it. They're gone. Oh, man. How would seriously, how could we do a live stream on YouTube or somewhere,
Well,
even
hold
Telegram?
on. I've got an idea.
Well, go ahead. Oh, jeez. Took me a second. Took me a second. Oh, I did bring the book out. Here we go. Save of Mysteries. Oh, there you are. Deep in the rabbit hole.
What
Save
just
'em-
happened to my eye? Why is one eye going crazy?
It's so cool. I like it. Side eye. You're really on top of things.
I
So,
am. Look at me.
um,
I'm working hard.
so we've got 10 minutes. We're just goofing around here, ladies and gentlemen. You're probably sick of listening to us by now. That's fine. Okay, so I will read to you the.
Beware. The aliens are coming.
Are dude, is there space or what's going on? You know what I
No, I don't think space exists.
you know what I think space is? I think space might be the other dimension, completely out of the like in the spirit world. This is pretty good. I like cake. You can't say you'll get banned if you say cake in an Australian accent. You know that? Kike.
This is
You
where our
can't say
podcast
kike.
is
You can't
going.
say kike in Australia, mate.
Oh my god. Okay,
You'll
bestie.
get
I
arrested.
love our podcast. Even if nobody else does, I love this.
Good. This is for us anyway. That's the entire reason we're even doing this is for us. So here's an excerpt out of it's called Earth Slaves to Space. Isn't there anything a man can do about, say, a spaceship? There aren't any spaceships. They aren't even invented yet. There's a guy from Harvard. And this is in the book. You're right, but you're wrong. These ships were built an age ago by a forgotten race. That race lived on all the planets of space that we know of long ago. Sometime unknown when, they abandoned this whole part of space. Since then, their ancient homes have been taken away over by savage, barbaric native people. Their ancient homes, the buildings that we're talking about, and
Yeah.
on Earth. These people have managed to keep the existence of the ancient caverns, the places where these ships and similar mechanical marvels of the elder race are stored, secret from the surface people. Not any longer though. This makes it
Oh.
this makes it handy for a slave trade with the people living in neighboring planets. Do you understand? The young man, a graduate of Harvard, says, "You said I wouldn't believe you, and I still don't. You're stringing me." And the guy says, "No, I'm a native of the secret Earth caverns myself, and I've fallen to this." They were in the slave trade together. And there was another excerpt that I wanted. Um, yeah, so I guess that was it. Oh, I see. Here we go. Just who do they think they are anyway? Talking about the slavers, which are, by the way, what Richard Shaver calls der beings. I feel like we're doing a
Yeah.
TikTok commercial or TikTok video now. So anyway, he says they have been raised in and have inherited many centuries of absolute power. They are the descendants of a race who took to space in these unique antique ships long ago. They have been looting the caverns of many planets of slaves and necessary weapons and similar ships for no one knows how long. They are an hereditary ruling race. You are only slave people. They despise you. Does that not sound familiar?
Yeah.
And this is written in the 30s, right? So do not give them an excuse to be angry. Take everything. Do exactly as told. Anyway, okay, so that's just a little excerpt from my friend Richard Shaver. Now, oh, this is a gem. This is an absolute gem. So we'll have to bring this up at a later date because I want to do an entire video of this. But a long time ago, I made friends when I first started getting on sort of the internet and YouTube, and this guy was called Humans Win. That was the name of his channel. He was just some random dude. He
Yeah.
bought a piece of land and in a cheap house, and actually he said that the neighbors across the street were all meth heads, and like over a period of time he finally got them out of there, right? So he ended up making the neighborhood good. But he would go out into the desert floor, and he kept finding and this is how I stumbled across this entire thing, Tataria, the whole thing. And he never even mentioned Tataria, but he was showing that rocks are actually beings Like, he
Oh,
would find all these rocks, and he goes, "Look, this is an eye socket, this is the nostrils, this is," and because they were he surmised that because over time they were laying in like like shallow water, like, that he figured that that was what was going on, a long time ago where he lived, that there was, like, like a swamp, in other words, like standing water. Could it be from the cataclysm? We've learned a lot more since then. This is, like, literally, like, 10 or 15 years ago, but he was showing these rocks, and he goes, "Look, you could see where this head has laid down. So on this side, it's crushed in, perfectly symmetrical on this side. This side is crushed, and it's a rock, but it's a skull. And there were skulls of reptiles, and not just any reptiles. These were like humanoid reptiles. And there was other types of beings. I could never find the channel again. It was called Humans Win. I tried to reach out to him to do an email thing. We started to for a little bit, and then he just up and disappeared. He didn't want anything to do with any communicado. Not just with me. It was anyway. He just disappeared, and it was then that I just sort of fell into the whole Tataria thing and rock fossil or mud fossils and mud flood and all that. So it's pretty clear that somehow bodies can turn to stone. I don't know how this process works, through mineralization or through high heat or something. I don't know. And
that takes me to the never-ending story.
I love this. Keep going.
Yep. Remember the rock people that helped them get through the nothing?
I don't.
You don't?
I do not remember that. That's crazy.
Yes, the rock people, they thought it was just land, and then remember the turtle shell that they were on, and that was just land. I think it all ties in. I think the never ending story was another documentary.
Right. That's what they do. They're they have this knowledge, and the only way to disseminate it is to
They
make a
have,
movie or a book or some sort of something.
they have to show us that is their promise to their god or whatever that
So, well,
they
some of it.
shadows, but
Okay, I get that, but I also
yeah.
think that some of these people are actually trying to do the right thing. In fact, I know it.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I know they're trying to do the right thing, and they're limited. They're allowed to do some things. Like, you can make money and write this story as a fiction, and that's gonna be okay. Um, but you can only go so far, and they'll disappear you or whatever, suicide you or train wreck you or whatever it is
Yeah,
if you go too far. If you say
yep,
if you get very, very close, a lot of people say if you get too close to the truth. I don't agree with that. I think it's if you get too close to the ongoing current operation, right? Like, if I started talking about, I don't know, gosh, I talk about everything, but if you start getting too close to something that they're actually in the middle of doing, they have to take you out because
yeah,
they can't afford for you to mess up their operation, for good or for bad. I don't know who these, I think there's all different sides and every shade of rainbow in between. Hello, eyeballs. Uh,
hello.
that's what I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree.
We have 2 minutes left.
Oh, do you want so okay, since I did the chapstick and the ID puffer, now I've got to do another commercial.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Do another one. Keep.
Do you need shirts done?
Oh, right. JoJo does shirts.
I
So
do.
you
Look at
can,
that
and they're
one.
pretty good.
Look how good I'm getting.
That is very good. That's you, huh? I want
That's me.
another shirt now. I look at this shirt
Yep.
I'm wearing. It's crap. This
Ah,
crappy shirt. And
you
you know
want
what?
the JoJo
I've
shirt?
got so many shirts too that they're actually at the bottom of the pile, and I can't find your shirts anymore. I have to go look through them. I've
Well,
got
hey, if
piles
this
of piles.
podcast takes off, I'm making a shirt. Oh,
Oh, you're right. We could
yeah.
have podcast shirts. That would be cool. We're
Wouldn't it?
we're for those that are listening still, I'm sure there's like no one. Uh we were trying to figure out a ways to make money doing this, not because we're shills, but in fact, complete because of the opposite. Because we're not shills, we're not getting paid by Israel.
We're broke. We are broke.
We are broke as a joke. And as you can see from this podcast, there's a reason why.
Listen, we've done everything right. We have our silver. We have a little bit of
Oh, yeah.
gold.
Oh,
We
don't
have
tell
our
them that. No, no,
sand.
don't tell them that. I don't want any home invasions, robberies. But
Forget that. Forget I ever said that. We don't have nothing. We're broke.
well, here's the problem with precious metals. Not that there's a problem. I mean, listen, guys, if you have precious metals and you haven't started getting them, I would highly recommend it. I mean, gold is $3,600. Shut the
Right.
front door. That's
I
madness.
know.
I've already doubled my money since I've even gotten some.
It's crazy.
Excuse me.
And what'd you say? Silver? Was that
Silver's over 40. It's like
that's
41.
crazy.
Wait,
When have
which
we
means
ever seen that?
okay, so here's the prediction, not from me, but from the people online. Was that gold was gonna somehow make its way to like 10,000
Uh-huh.
or at least 1,000? No, over 1,000, and silver was gonna make its way to 500. But again,
Ooh.
here's the problem I have with that is like, at what point do you sell? Like, I can't get rid of it. I don't want
Right.
it. I don't wanna get rid of it. I just keep amassing a fortune. I'm just like, I don't but it's just sitting there, like, what it's not really doing me much good. What'd be nice, and I have seen smatterings of this online, is that you you can lend against it. That would be great, so that you could, like,
Oh.
garnish some sort of interest on it, right? Because then you could just live off the interest, right? And you don't have to get rid of the principal. It
Right.
sounds like I know what I'm talking about, but I really don't.
Oh, you do. You
But I
do. You
do
don't give
think
yourself
I
enough.
I think it's possible, and I was reading up on about it about a year or 2 ago, but now I've forgotten the whole thing. I've forgotten more than I know, I'm afraid. Alright, well there we go. Okay, this is good. This is a freaking amazing podcast. I don't know if we're gonna ever download this. Oh,
Look at this one.
where'd you get that from?
I don't know. Where did I get that one from, bestie?
Mm, that's a good one.
Beautiful, beautiful coin there.
Well,
Look what I'll say. So I'll
you've
show
doubled
you.
your
I'll show
money.
you my
You doubled your money on that.
look. I got these Trump ones too,
Are they silver?
silver and gold.
Is it real?
I mean, I think so.
Nah, it's not real gold. It can't be. It'll cost you a mint.
Hold on, I got more.
I like it. Well, if there's
I
silver
bought
in there,
these. Yeah,
did it
I bought these
how much did
from.
it
I
cost
thought
you?
I
Okay.
don't remember now. It's been years, but
Well, if you guys can amass gold or if you have gold in your house, don't get rid of it. You can melt it
look
down.
at
You
those.
can Oh, those are fun.
Those
Wait,
are actual silver
those are
dimes.
the old dimes
Yep.
with real silver in it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably worth, about 20 bucks a piece, I bet, or maybe a little less. Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Covered with pure wow! No shit. That could
I
be
got
worth
this from an estate sale. Both of these.
that could be worth a bit of money. Yeah, and guys, you can also go to, like, pawn shops and stuff, and, you can,
Yeah. Why don't you throw out a pawn shop
No. No, I'm
commercial?
not doing
No.
that. No.
No.
I'm not
No.
no. We're
Never
fine.
mind. Never
We're fine
mind.
with that, but, um, well, it's not that I've run out of things to talk about, that's for sure. I could certainly talk forever.
No, let's just, how about this? Hey, everybody that's listening, give us a thumbs up or comment.
Mm.
Can they comment?
Yeah.
Or do we have to?
No, they can
Okay.
comment, yeah.
Oh, I guess they can once you upload it to wherever
I'll
you're
have
going
to
to
upload
upload.
I'm gonna
So,
upload it to it's gonna take me hours to upload this to YouTube, but we'll see how it goes.
so world, comment. whatever. Let us know if this is something you'd like to see again. We promise we're going to get better, but this is truth and this is raw and this is friendship. These are frogs talking.
This
So,
this is how we talk with each other. And
exactly.
it's our new podcast, so this is, 2 peas in a pod. Are we still going with that?
Yeah.
Alright.
We're not trying to be millionaires here. We're not trying to be patriots. We're just trying to get the truth out.
Well, I
And
really
we're
don't have
doing it. We're doing it as best friends.
I have no problem with anybody making money, but, you know,
I don't either. Not at this
if
point,
you're
you
doing
know?
it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But this is the truth as far as we know it. So, okay, what do you think? When can we do another one of these?
What is today? Tuesday? How
Tuesday.
about let's
Tuesday.
try maybe Friday?
Oh, yeah, okay, I can get prepared for that. Let's go for it.
Okay.
Alright, well,
Okay.
just will you send me all the times that you can do it, and I'll be ready then?
Yeah. Do you
Okay.
want to like shoot? Do you want to shoot for the same time we did today? That worked
Yeah,
out
that's
pretty good.
great. Yeah, of course,
Okay.
that's perfect.
Okay.
Alright.
Yay!
Wait a second, hold on, I screwed up, hold on.
I don't know, where'd you go? You have to say
Yeah,
goodbye.
have to say goodbye. I forgot. Alright, bye, everybody. I love you.
Bye,
I love
everybody.
you guys,
Love you. Love you
and,
to the
hopefully,
moon.
we'll see you Friday. Now, all I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna hang up on you, I'm just gonna start recording. Alright, here we go.